Morning, students. We all know very well that our ongoing topic is cocktail under the subject bar operations and management. Subject code is BHMCT 50388. So let's get started with the topic cocktail. So as of now, we all know that we have done with the introduction to cocktails. What are the methods to prepare a cocktail? Now we will discuss about the components. Just in simple words, what do you mean by components? Component word, just to make you understand, I'm telling you that component can be interchanged with the word parts. So today we will discuss about the parts of the cocktails. So how many parts are there to mix up and then we can prepare a cocktail. We will start with the first one, which is base. To prepare a cocktail, we all need a base. What is it? The major alcoholic drink used in the preparation of a cocktail is called as base. So the alcoholic drink we are using to prepare a cocktail is known as a base. And without base, we cannot prepare a cocktail, right? And generally we use spirits as a base. So spirits, we have already discussed what do you mean by spirits. Spirits are those alcoholic spirits are like the beverages which contain alcohol and produced by the distillation method, right? So generally most of the cocktails are built with the spirits only. And now some more point, if a cocktail has two or more alcoholic drinks, mean to say a cocktail having two base spirits and the quantity of the base generally will be more than the other, then we need to keep one thing in our mind. Just with an example, let me tell you, if we are putting brandy as well as vodka in a single cocktail, then just to make a like just to finalize a main base spirit, we need to raise the quantity of either brandy or vodka. Like for an example, if we are putting 30 ml of vodka, then we must put like 45 ml or 35 ml for an example. That the quantity of one spirit must be more than the other, just because that we need to finalize, it is required to finalize the base spirit. So with the spirit with having more quantity will be considered as the base spirit in the cocktail. Now, the second condition or like situation could be if two alcoholic drinks, like if we are putting two alcoholic uh, spirits and the quantity is same. For an example, 30 ml of vodka and 30 ml of brandy, right? Then one with higher alcoholic content. Now, how will we fix the final base if the quantity of vodka is again 30 ml and the brandy is also 30 ml? Now we will check the alcoholic content. Like we will check the bottles and we will see the label, like if vodka is having more alcoholic content or brandy. So it is so simple. The drink which contains more alcoholic content will be considered as the base spirit. Now, the third condition or situation could be if a cocktail has two spirit. Now, what has happened that the quantity is same, alcoholic content is same. Now, like how can we finalize the base spirit? It is so simple. We can pick any of the alcoholic content or like any of the spirit would be considered as the base spirit. Like vodka is 30 ml, brandy is 30 ml, the alcoholic content is 43%, and like both of the drinks having 43% of alcohol content. So now the formula would be simple, that we can consider that cocktail like we can, it's up to us that we can consider it a vodka based cocktail or a brandy based cocktail. Now the second component, which is modifier. So modifier, like as we all know that cocktail mean to say like we change the spirit by putting some ingredients, right? So modifier, like the we can say the duty of the modifier is to change the flavor, color, right? So This is what modifier does. And these are the complementary ingredients added to modify or enhance the flavor. And what are the modifiers there in the spirit or in the cocktail? One could be aromatized, anything that gives aroma, and then wines can be considered as the modifier, beer, fruit juices, soda, cream, liqueurs, water. Right? So these are the things can be considered as a modifier in the cocktail. Like we have finalized uh, spirit, it could be brandy, vodka, gin, anything. And now we need to finalize or we need to pick some modifiers to put in. Third thing, third component is flavoring, coloring, and sweetening ingredient. So from the name, we can easily judge like what are the things can be added in this point. So a drink might have very small quantities, a few drops, dashes of these things can be used. So just to change the flavor, just to put some color, right? Just to give a different color to a cocktail, we can add, we can use some kind of ingredient which gives some sweetened taste, some coloring, some flavor, right? And a cocktail can be, this is very important, like it is not mandatory that we must have to put flavor, colors, or sweetening ingredients. No, it is not compulsion. There is no compulsion for this point. We can prepare a cocktail without these things, right? The last one, which is garnish, is the last component which is required to complete a cocktail. To garnish, many drinks have garnish. They are part of the product, right? And it should be remembered that some drinks do not have standard garnish, right? And it is advisable to serve without any garnish instead of trying out different garnishes and spoiling the real flavor value of the drink. So this is just uh, an advice for the beginners or for the person who's having the who's getting the knowledge of a bar. Then some drinks have a standard garnish, like a fixed garnish is there. So we must not to change it, right? Otherwise, we will spoil the taste and the authenticity of the drink. So here we have completed this topic. We'll meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much, students.